Similarly, in the Angangas, that is Angirasa, which I said that on account of the bone and the muscle, the blood and the nervous system, all physiological changes that comes in the physical body is what is called as Atharva Veda. So the 4 Vedas deals with exclusively on these particular subjects, and Veda also has got several branches that is called as angle of vision. A particular subject can be seen with different types of vision. For example, a building can be seen with a front, it is called as an elevation. From the top, it is called as a plan. From the side, it is called as a side elevation. You can cut across and see the section. Similarly, a subject can be visualized in different directions depending upon the visualization. The branches, what is called as the various branches of the Vedas also came into existence. The branches of the Veda, the subject is the same, but the angle of visualization is different. Some Veda had 1000 branches. Yajurveda has got 101 branches. So also Rig Veda has several branches. And the Atharva Veda also. But unfortunately the knowledge has been lost. Now we have got in Yajurveda only 7 branches. In Rig Veda there is only 1 branch. Sam Veda there are only 3 branches. And in Atharva Veda there are 2 branches that is left out. So Veda is the knowledge of the solar system or the knowledge of the human body. Or in other words, we can also read the prana of the human body, how it works, is what is called as Veda. The prana is the asti of the human body, the prosperity or the property of the human body. So what is Veda? Veda is how this asti works. How the asti works is because of the asti. So how this asti works or the asti works is what is called as Veda. So Veda is nothing but the prana of the human body expressed in sound. We know that energy can be transferred from one form to another. Whether the transfer of energy is through the heat or the light or the mechanical energy or the chemical energy, all the transformation can be told in the sound. As said, in verbata, converting the physical energy, every particular function into sound is the Vedic sound. So Vedic sound does not belong to any language. It belongs to what is called as Aksharas. So we can say that Veda is the asti of the human body. So if you chant the Veda, you are telling that how your prana works, a particular prana works. This is called as suttas. For example, you move from the physical body right up to the Paramatma. Then we are interested to know how all these physiological changes that occur when you move. So they started from the Paramatma right up to the physical body. There are 16 alterations in the physical body, denoted by the 16 mantras, and that is what is called as Purusha Sutta. So Purusha Sutta, when once you read the Paramatma, you go on explaining how you became the Paramatma from that state right up to the human body. The whole state is explained as it is in verbata in sound. So this is called as, so the Veda mantra will have a sutta indicating what subject you are telling, from what point you are making the visualization. Since we are making the visualization of the Paramatma, who is called the Purusha, that sutta is named as Purusha Sutta, perfect statement. Sutta means perfect statement. So then you must have a path in which you moved in order to realize that particular energy. The path in which you move and realize that particular energy is what is called as Rishi. So there is a Rishi for every mantra. Then you have got a terminating energy, after which energy you have gone. The terminating energy is what is called as Devata. For example, you are interested in knowing the behavioral pattern of the nervous system and what the nervous system does in the physical body. The nervous system in the physical body is what is called as Indra. So all the sutra is Indra Devata. What the Vayu does in the physical body, you want to know, that particular mantra should be Vayu Devata. What the Agni does in the physical body, that is called as Agni Devata. What the water does in the physical body, that is called as Varuna Devata. How this physical body has been constructed, that is called as Prithvi Devata, Bhumi Devata. And how this body has been woven, it is called as Devanga Devata. So you have got various types of suktas in the physical body because it deals with the whole construction of the universe, construction of the physical body also. As such, Veda is the happenings in the human body. So if the happening is your own prana, how it works, is expressed in sound, because energy can be converted from one form to another form. If so, Veda is the asti of the human body. If somebody scolds Veda, what it is? Since Veda is the prana of every human body, if somebody scolds Veda, he is scolding himself. So, person who scolds himself is a nindaka of himself. Nindaka means scolding. So what he is to be called? He says Veda Nindakaha is Nastika. He doesn't believe himself. As such, the Veda is to be totally believed because it is the prana of the human body. The total prana of the human body or the prana of the earth is 432 crores heartbeats. In 432 crore heartbeats, what happens is the Vedic literature. It is represented by 4,32,000 letters, that is the total number of letters that is present in the Vedas. As said, this 4,32,000 letters is the totality of the prana of the human body expressed in sound. So there is a Rig Veda, there is Yajurveda, Samaveda and Atharvaveda, and there are studies about this Nadi Shastra, there is a various wave patterns, that subject is Samagana. Then the study about the Agni is the aspect of the Rig Veda. And to get into these Vedas, the body has to become pure. So unless the body becomes pure, you can't see what the Atman does. So in order to achieve and know what the Rig Veda does, you need an Upaveda, such that it can prepare the body to visualize that particular Veda. So Rig Veda has got a Upaveda, what is called as Ayurveda. And if you want to know the function of the air and the mind, what it does in the body, that is called as Dhanurveda. The Yajurveda has got a branch called as Dhanurveda, through which you have to visualize the Yajurveda. Similarly, the Gandharva Veda is the subject of this Samaveda, and to know about the physical body, it is called as Vaishya Veda, purification of the physical matter. That is called as Vaishya Veda. So that the Veda has got an Upaveda. There is also a Veda Darshana also, that is from the yogic angle. There we have got 6 types of darshanas called as Nyaya Yoga. Then we have got Purvamimamsa, then we have got Uttaramimamsa Yoga, then we have got Patanjali Yoga, then we have got Vaisheshika Yoga, then we have got Sankhya Yoga, that is different levels of perception of the knowledge. If one is interested to know the physical body, that subject is what is called as Nyaya Yoga, and the Rishi is Gautama. Tama means moving out of the body, and Gau means lifting the physical body. Out of the Tama Vyavastha is called as Gautama Vyavastha. In the Gautama Vyavastha, you will understand the entire function of the physical earth, excluding the moon. Whereas in Purva Mimamsa, you will know the behavioral pattern of the moon and the behavioral pattern of the earth is what is the subject of the Purva Mimamsa. And in between the moon and the sun, you have got the sunlight. What the sunlight does in the whole of this solar system is again done in another Darshana Shastra called as Uttaramimamsa Shastra. What the sun and the whole solar system does is dealt in one more Shastra, which is called as the Patanjali Yoga. Then beyond the sun and the Paramatma, there is an energy which goes beyond velocity of light. That is what is called as Kanada Yoga, which is also called as Vaisheshika Yoga. Then once you become the Paramatma, you are across the world, you will be knowing everything, you will be fit for the moksha, and the Agni becomes the highest infinite velocity it can move as sunlight, and that yoga is what is called as Sankhya Yoga. So Veda is nothing but the knowledge of the solar system, nothing but this constructional knowledge of the entire universe. As such, Veda does not belong to a religion, Veda belongs to a knowledge. If somebody says BSc is a religion, or an MSc is a religion, or a graduate engineer is a religion, it is beyond that, because here the whole vision is the Atindriya. So the Atindriya Jnana is what is called as Veda, in which there are no apparatus are used, only the human body is used. The human body can work as Paramatma, the human body can also work under the velocity of light or beyond, and it has got different perceptions. People started losing that energy, consequently they forgot the Veda. It is now time for us to think of the Veda and come back to the Vedic system, such that the whole knowledge can be derived within us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದು ನಿಧಾನ ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಗಂಟೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
432
crores heartbeats and 4,32,000 letters that are there in the Vedas.
In the Vedas, so you said there were some branches in the Vedas that are lost.
Yes.
So that means some of these.
No, Veda is not lost. The angle of visualization was lost. We have got a plan of this house, but we may not have an elevation. We may not have a side elevation like that. A druti, there are different ways of perception.
Oh, I see. So all those are still intact in the Vedas,
intact.
But we do not know how to see them. How to
The angle of visualization is also lost. But what happened is, this angle of visualization was called Rishi. In the course of time, what they did is, the Rishi became a proper noun. Instead of a verb, it became a proper noun. Consequently, people thought it is given by a person.